Well, hello guys, and welcome to this video. I am moving my entire collection of rare, uncommon, hard to find, and expensive tropical aeroids to a completely new house. I really don't know what's in store for you in this video. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, and we closed on our new home in 2 days on Thursday, April 17th. And so I decided to begin this process today because before I move anything into the new house, I would like to completely drench them in another round of my systemic pesticide. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you'll know that I have been battling with scale since the winter and recently have implemented using the systemic pesticide, and I think it's been going really well. I can see a notable difference over the past month and a half that I've been using this. However, every time I have applied it to the plants, they've been on shelves. And I know that there were some parts, maybe the backs of leaves, maybe leaves that were up against a wall, that didn't really get a good dosage of this pesticide. So my plan today is to move everything that's in this room right outside. I'm gonna be moving everything out so that I can completely cover every surface with this pesticide. My short-term plan after getting everything to the new house will be to set up all of these shelves in the screened-in porch there. They will kind of be exposed to some elements they've never been exposed to before, but really it's the only workable plan we have now. I'm a little intimidated because these are really nice plants and they don't naturally grow outdoors in North Carolina, but I think they'll be okay for just a few weeks, maybe a month if they really need to be in an outdoor / semi-outdoor space. So I think the plan, honestly, long term, is to build a greenhouse for my collection. I'm actually really excited about this, although it is a huge undertaking. So if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I think there's going to be some really cool content in the future as we, go through the process of choosing and designing and building the greenhouse. So I think I've explained what I'm doing here. The only other thing I'm going to mention, I will be putting on gloves and a mask so that I do not inhale this. It is a foliar spray, and so there is like a low risk that the aerosolized particles, and I don't want to take any risks, so I'll be using some personal protective equipment, but that's about it. Let's get this process started to just move everything. We are starting it, we are moving it. That is all the plants I own except for vining Scindapsus that I'm going to deal with separately, or anything that's been growing with a lid on top of it. Look at I know this is cute, my mask marks. So everything has been sprayed. I'm going to go shower because I feel like some of it got on my arms, my toes, and I just would rather be hyper vigilant and make sure all of this chemical is off of me. We're going to leave everything out here to just air dry and enjoy some real sunlight for the first time in my care ever, and some natural wind. The forecast is looking good this week, no rain, and that works great for me because all of my plants are in no drainage, and if it were to rain it would flood every single cup and I would rot my roots. So I'm gonna leave them out here for the time being, and maybe tomorrow or maybe on Thursday, Friday, we're gonna come back and actually put everything and I guess boxes that I can use to carry them and transport, and we're gonna move them to the new place. So you need an update because the last time we talked, I think it was Tuesday, and I had just taken everything outside, sprayed it down with pest control, and I had said I'm gonna keep them outside until we take them to the new house. It is now Saturday night. They are all back in my grow space here at, well, what I'm now calling the old house. We moved officially yesterday with the movers and the boxes and the furniture, slept in our new house last night. I had moved everything back in this room on Tuesday night, actually, the day you saw me filming the pest control, because I took a second look at temperatures and it was actually looking like it would be way too cold for them. So they've been in here, which was fine up until yesterday. Yesterday, when we took almost all of our stuff, we also took all of our smart home hubs and all of my grow lights, my heat mats, my fan for circulation, my humidifier was all plugged into smart home hubs so that we could like automate stuff like schedules. And it literally just occurred to me, I had to run to the old house to grab a few things like clothing, toiletries that I needed. And I decided, hey, let me water the plants. I know they need it. I just realized they've been without light for like over a day. And my fan has not run, which I have that fan on a timer to run like every, I don't know, I think every 2 hours it runs, like just for air circulation. And so I just got through, it is so hot out here as well. It is reading 78 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not crazy hot, but the humidity is like 62 in here. So I think everything is doing okay. Like I said, it's only been one day that they haven't had light or their air circulation, but I'm really glad that I came to water and realized that they were without light or air because I just ran the fan while I was watering. And I think they will be okay, like until I'm able to move them over. Life has definitely been as hectic as I thought it would be. And I'm definitely not going to be able to move them over tomorrow, which is Sunday. I definitely don't think it's going to happen Monday. But I literally don't see how it could happen on Tuesday. Like that would be way too late. So my goal is to move everything over on Monday. That is plants, shelves, the works to the new house. So that at least we can get the automation set back up again, get these things under light, and when they are back in my home where I am living, I can give them the attention that they need because, man, I'm so scared I'm gonna miss something not being here. Like I haven't really laid eyes on these plants. Like I really haven't attentively looked at these plants since Tuesday when I did the pest prevention. And I'm just so scared that sitting here in the dark with no air circulation and me not checking on them, that I'm gonna miss a problem. Like I've got rehabs in here, I've got things that have already been sold that need to go out. And so fingers crossed and praying that everything will survive this huge transition. But so yeah, just I felt like updating because the plan has not gone according to plan. But we're okay. We're just gonna reevaluate, recalculate a little bit, and I'll check back in hopefully on Monday, moving everything over. Okay, it's Tuesday. We still have no plants because, wow, life is just crazy. Trying to move an entire family and all of our stuff is just crazy. And I'm in my car now. I've literally got boxes in the back because I was on my way to the old house to pick up the first carload of plants, and my husband, who is currently at our new home working on installing some appliances, just texted me to say that our daughter has woken up from her nap, and understandably he cannot stop what he's doing. And I had just pulled out of our new neighborhood and I'm turning around because, oh my goodness, because life, plants don't always have the priority. I really hope I'm able to get them today. Like it is literally Tuesday. And we've been in our new house now for like 4 days, 3 nights, something like that. And the plants, as you know, are just kind of like sitting around in the dark. I actually did figure out how to turn the lights on. So actually they've been sitting around in light for the past like 24, 30 hours. It's just a mess. And I guess the good thing about plants is they are not like children and they are not like animals. And you kind of can leave them for a week, even 2 weeks, like, and it'll be okay. Hopefully we'll get these plants soon. It is 8 p.m. We have no plants, but we have a refrigerator plugged in and working and a dinner table. So those things are more important than plants. It's just hard to be disappointed that, you know, several days in a row, I thought I would be getting all the plants over to the new house, and several days in a row, it didn't work out. I don't really know what to predict. Will I get them tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know, but take heart, because if you're watching this video, then this is all over with, and I have my plants in my new space. So maybe I will just like imagine myself in your shoes because I need a little encouragement, because I really want my plants. Yeah, I really want my plants. All right, it is 9 p.m. on Wednesday night. I'm definitely questioning my choices in life at this point, but we are here to grab the first load of plants. For packing up my plants, I took a very straightforward approach. I just used empty boxes that were reasonably shallow, and I stuffed the boxes with plants tightly enough to where I wasn't worried about them tipping over in the car, but not too tight as to cause any damage to the plants. 1 hour later, I had everything nestled in nice and snug in the back of my car. I thought it made for such a cool vibe. But anyways, this is just how it looked. This was the first of 2 trips. About 150 plants in here, and it just felt so good to accomplish this, because you've been with me from the beginning. It has been days and days of trying to get the plants over and failing. So finally arrived at the new house only 6 minutes down the road and began transporting them all inside. I came back the next day to get the rest of my plants, which involved peeling a lot of Scindapsus off the walls, but it was actually really fun. And this black mamba was so long. I think it was as tall as I was. And here's the last plant to leave this house. And this is actually the first plant I ever got. My mom gave this plant to me before she died. And so, last one out, but first one for the collection. Now before those plants melt in my car, let's do a quick cleanup of the space so that my husband can come back tonight and get all the shelving. I am honestly pretty impressed that we've gotten all the plants in just 2 trips. Got large things in the front with planks going out the sunroof, and then the back is full. So let's get these all to the new place, and then tonight my husband will get the shelving into the new space, and we'll be able to take everything out of boxes and let the plants breathe again. And then honestly, I will be able to breathe again. I'm so glad that we were able to get this done today. Somebody just beeped at me because I didn't accelerate quickly at a green light. And it's like, excuse me, sir, if you knew what was in this car right now. Hey, can I please get a tall Java chip frappuccino? No, that's it, thank you. Hey.
Are you like a professional gardener, or you just love plants?
I just love plants.
Do they like reside in your car, or are they?
No, I'm actually moving them right now. I just moved, so.
Oh, where from?
From Cary to Cary.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So just moving them to the new place today.
Gotcha.
This is about half of them. Thank you so much.
You have a good one.
You too. That is everything 80% done. I still need to plug in all the lights. We are unfortunately dealing with some issues in the house. A lot of the outlets are not working, and the one out here is not working. So I can't plug anything in yet. Hopefully we're gonna get that fixed tomorrow, get these things well lit. And then there's a few staging things I like to do that I'll share with you as well. Creating some height differences to reduce crowding and also just to make it look prettier. But I'm really happy with our progress so far, and I think it looks really pretty out here. So something that I like to do, and this stems from like my background in art, in order to make these shelves look more visually appealing, I like to use different sorts of risers to have some plants kind of sit taller than others. This not only is going to make your shelves look really great and full, it's also going to maximize your shelf space, and it's going to help with the growth of your plants. They will be able to get a little bit more of an even distribution of light. They will be less crowded, and you know that how crowding can affect things like pest problems or new leaves trying to unfurl. So let me just show you, it's the simplest thing. You can really use anything. This is like a Tupperware container. I'll be using it upside down. This I think is an actual plant stand, and I'll just kind of use these in the shelves to kind of space things a little bit better. It is a little bit hard to put into words, so why don't you just watch? Essentially, plants that were in the back row on the shelf, if in theory you might have 2 rows of plants in the back row could be raised by just a few inches to kind of create a prettier visual dynamic, with some plants kind of higher, some plants kind of lower. And so that's just kind of the way I did it. There's really no math or anything complicated to it, but it's just something that I like to do to make the shelves look nicer, more presentable, and then also it helps with those other problems like I mentioned. Now we're still working on getting the electrical problems fixed, but I hope to have all the grow lights plugged in by tonight. And this cat right here just walked through my seedling tray of baby Carla Blackier. Like, what? You think you can just walk through a tray of seedlings? No. This is one of the troublemakers, but she's enjoying this porch. So the outlet on the back deck does work, and my dear husband just said I can use his extension cord for a little while until we get the other outlet fixed. Yay! All right, let's turn it on. And 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Well guys, that is it. We are officially moved into the new space, and I can already tell you my family and I are loving our new home, and I really hope the plants enjoy their new home out here on the screened-in porch for the next few weeks to maybe months. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like and leave a comment down below. And especially if you have moved an entire collection before, whether it was a short distance like me, only about 6 minutes away, or whether it was a long distance, I definitely want to hear from you too, because there may be viewers who've clicked on this video looking for some tips and ideas of how to move an entire collection. I don't feel very qualified to give any advice since my move was so short distance. So I really want to hear from you if you have moved an entire collection of plants a long distance. Please tell us in the comments what was the most helpful thing that you did, or any dangers we need to be on the lookout for. The next video out will be the home tour of the inside, and I cannot wait to share that with you all. So if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button now, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!